You know what my brother told me to do? He told me to just show up blue and not say anything. And be like, oh, I didn't get the memo. I thought we were doing this.
You're like, in a minute. Yeah. Come downstairs. Me and Ty look at you.
I'm butt naked with like one of the straps they wear and like the things. It's like, guys, I thought we were dressing up as avatars.
On this episode of PhilmPod, this is going to be our movie episode. We got movie announcements. Izzy section, he's going to be reviewing one battle after another. Marty Supreme movie review. And to finish it off, Avatar Fire and Ash movie review. Can't wait. But anyways, welcome to PhilmPod, where we break down films in a way anyone can enjoy. Whether you're new to movies or a seasoned fan, you're in the right place. And to my left, as always, we got my boy Isaiah ZDB Aramia. How you doing, Brody?
I'm doing great. But Phil, more importantly, I'm doing even better. Want to know why?
How come?
I want to give a special shout out to someone that watches the podcast.
Okay.
All right? His name is Josh Eisenberg. He is a GOAT. Me and him, we go way back in the church scene. We lead together. He's the best, coolest guy ever. And he watched a movie that you watched because of your recommendation.
Oh,
the
really?
Jingle Bell High.
Nice.
That one. Yeah, he watched it because he heard your review and he was like, wow, I want to watch it.
What did
he watched
think?
it. I think he liked it. He liked it. He said he didn't tell me he was still watching it when I talked to him, but he was like, "Hey, I saw you guys' podcast. I'm watching that movie Phil talked about." So I just wanted to let you know you're doing some great work, all right?
Wow,
you're killing it.
Thank you, Josh, for watching PhilmPod first off, and we appreciate you. And I think we met
Yeah, he was with us at Comic-Con, yeah.
Bro, you were so funny at Comic-Con. You were chill. Like that thing he said over when Tron and Reese came on. The trailer.
I don't remember.
He was like, "Why are they making this?" And I was like laughing because I was like, "It kind of was." But I appreciate you, man, and I hope you enjoyed Jingle Bell Heist. It was actually a really fun movie.
There you go. All right. Anyways, I'm doing great. I just got back from my trip. I'm tired. I went to bed at 3. Woke up at I went to bed at like 2:30. Woke up at 5 to go on a plane. And now I'm here, and now we're filming.
So now you're doing reviews in your sleep, okay?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm freaking doing reviews in my sleep.
Is,
you know,
man.
I was up late last night watching things. We're not gonna talk about those things here. We'll talk about them in the next episode.
Okay.
In our TV show episode.
There we go.
But here, we're talking about movies, Phil. And I watched some, and so did you.
Yep.
But first we're gonna talk about mine, right?
That's what you first.
Oh no, news before
we do.
Oh my God.
He's so excited he wants to get straight into it. We'll get there though. But let's get in these movie announcements real quick.
Do it. Hit me.
The first one, I really wanted to hear your opinion on this. Danny Ramirez is not returning to The Last of Us, and the reason for it is because of schedule conflicts. Do we think that's true?
Yes. I think so. And I read this, and I saw this on Twitter. Was it today or yesterday? My days are kind of all blending together. Okay. It was yesterday. I saw it, and I was like, good for him. Good for him.
You're like, get out while you can.
Good for him. Look, I like Danny Ramirez. He's a good actor. I looked at everything that he has going for him right now, and I'm like, yeah, you don't need The Last of Us.
He's okay.
And more importantly, I don't think any of us do need that show. Just play the damn video game. It's so much better.
Oh, it really is. I'm glad I cheated. Because remember, were like, you were mad because I
told you not to. Yeah, I was like, don't.
I think I'm glad I did
you know what?
now,
You made the right decision. You made 100% the right decision.
Everything I'm hearing about this show in season 3.
Sorry. I'm going to be a dad.
Bro, I didn't feel bad at all. I was kind of like, hey, good job for you, bro. Because, I mean, he's going to be in Avengers Doomsday. I don't know what's going on with Secret Wars with him.
You don't need anything else.
That's what I'm saying.
You know? And he's directing a movie. I forgot what it was called.
He is?
His directorial debut. He's doing that. I forgot what the movie was called.
Okay.
He has a few other projects. Good for him, bro. He don't need the show.
Okay. Well, hey, congratulations to you. I don't think it, I think it was really because of scheduling conflicts.
I think so, too.
It doesn't matter.
Don't matter. It don't matter.
Next news up, we have a rumor. A big rumor. And it involves Spider-Man Brand New Day. A character. Specifically, Sadie Sink. Sadie Sink is rumored to be playing Rachel Summers. What do we think about that rumor?
It was, call me a fake Marvel fan. Look at this. I'm wearing the hoodie right now. Call me a fake Marvel fan. I didn't even know Scott and Jean had a daughter until you guys told me right now.
No, that's totally
But after looking her up briefly, Rachel Summers, whatever, right? Pretty cool. I'm happy they're doing it. Here's my one fear, all right? They're going for a younger X-Men. I feel like we still haven't even gotten like a proper live action representation of the X-Men.
You dissing Fox? What's up? You trying to diss Fox?
Look, they have some good movies.
What's up with Fox?
They have some good movies, but you're gonna tell me that they did Cyclops justice? No.
Yeah.
They made Cyclops a freaking loser. All right. You're gonna tell me they did Rogue Justice? No. You're gonna tell me they did Jean Grey justice? not really. They tried.
As a kid, I thought they were cool.
You know what's funny is I think they tried the most with her, and they still never did her justice. Like, her movies where she gets the Phoenix Force, whatever, suck. They haven't done it great.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay?
That is true.
They have done Professor X and Magneto justice twice. They're both incredible in those. They've done Wolverine justice, right? But come on. I need the rest. I need the main crew to get their justice, the love they deserve.
That is true.
But at the end of the day, it's fine. Look, we're going to get younger X-Men. I think that means we'll get an older Cyclops, which could be kind of cool. I feel like something we haven't really seen in most media yet, in like outside of comics. So I think it's pretty cool. And I like that they're going in that direction because it's going to be something fresh and different and very MCU-y.
Yeah, I know with the whole Rachel Summers thing, though, I am pretty interested if it is true. Like, if this rumor is true, I think that'd be cool because, well, one, it's not because she'll be multiversal and then she's going to be clashing in a Spider-Man movie. I mean, I love X-Men characters, but I think it's cool because now we know why, if that is true, why she's going to be in Secret Wars. Because now if she's a child of Jean Grey and Scott Summers,
she's gonna be
probably like a very, very powerful and strong mutant. Like,
dude,
what is it, Omega level?
Dr. Doom is going for all the kids, is what you're telling me. He's Vecna? He's stealing Reed's kids, and now he's stealing Scott's kids.
That would low-key be crazy if he turned into Vecna and he just has his vessels.
Freaking put them in those paws with the little tentacle thing in their mouth.
Imagine.
It's just frame for frame exactly the same. That honestly
would be funny. I would laugh in the theater if that would happen. But I just want to say, I think it's a cool idea to do that.
Oh, yeah. It's such a cool idea.
If you can add some multiversal characters and give us new characters that we can learn about, I think that's cool.
You think she'll be multiversal or you think she'll be mainline?
I think this would be multiversal.
You think?
I don't know.
I think it would make sense. You know what I think is I don't think she might be a main character. I could see her popping up near the end.
Oh, so you're saying maybe like the X-Men are already in the MCU, but she would like be the
introduction? It would be either or.
Okay.
Well, let's not forget mutants do exist in like the MCU proper time.
Yeah.
We have Miss Marvel confirmed as a mutant. Namor is also a mutant confirmed. I'm just saying like it would either be like this movie's not gonna be a multiversal movie. I'm fairly confident in that. All the set stuff they've shown, I don't think it will be. I think in this case, then she's either already existing and she's going to be a semi-main character in the movie, or she pops up at the end as a way to rope in Spider-Man into whatever's going to happen with the Avengers stuff. But also, Tom Holland is not confirmed for Doomsday, right?
I don't think so. I haven't heard anything about it. I heard Secret Wars, but not Doomsday.
Yes, which makes sense. So that's why, like, I'm curious to see how that goes. I think it could just be an offhanded post-credit scene that has nothing to do with Spider-Man, and it could just be them still setting up Doomsday in some way.
Well, if that is the case, I'm not going to be mad, but we will see if the rumor is true or not in the future.
100%.
But since we're on Marvel topics,
we're jumping into it.
Let's get into some news, some good news that's already been pretty predominant through the movie world. Let's talk about these Avengers teaser trailers for Doomsday real quick. There was two. Captain America and one that recently came out for everyone. You can watch on your phones, everywhere, movie theaters. The Thor teaser trailer. What do we think about these two so far?
I'll say it now. The Captain America one was the one I saw when I watched Avatar. It didn't do much for me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. We'll see. Doesn't tell me anything. This Thor one, I landed here today. I landed and I watched the trailer immediately and I got chills. The Russos love Thor, I feel like. I think they just love Thor so much because they're doing him justice. And look, I sent the trailer to my friends and I was like, I'm such an MCU shill because I'm such a hater always. I'm like, yeah, I freaking Doomsday's gonna be whatever. I think it's so dumb they're doing this, and that. Movie comes out and I always have fun. I always love it. Thor: Love and Thunder, I didn't like.
I hated it.
I thought it was not the best. I thought it was pretty bad actually, but I loved the ending. I actually really liked the direction of giving Thor a daughter.
Okay.
I thought that was really cool. And then the reveal of like Thor in love, I thought that was really cool. And I really liked that. So it's really cool to see in this movie them kind of making that like a very strong, like a new core for Thor. Well, that rhymed. And I look, his speech, dude, I'm going to read it. I pulled it up. Can I read it? Can I read it?
I was planning on doing it, but go for it.
Okay, ready? Father, all my life I've answered every call to honor, duty, to war. Now fate has given me something I never sought. A child, a life untouched by the storm. Grant me the strength of the old fathers so that I may fight once more, defeat one more enemy, and return home to her. not as a warrior, but as warmth, to teach her not battle, but stillness, the kind I never knew. Please, Father, heed my word. Chills, bro. And then did you see the Russo brothers tweet or post on Instagram, #fear doom? Like, I was like, oh my gosh, they're freaking cooking.
Gave me goosebumps low key. So the first trailer, just like you, watching it for the Avatar, the first time I watched Avatar Fire and Ash, that was the most awkward moment because it was right after we saw the prologue for the Odyssey.
Yeah, which we'll talk about in a little bit too.
Yeah, so when that came up, it was kind of like, oh, okay, everybody in the theater was the same. I thought people were going to be cheering because they saw Captain America. It was more of just like, all right, so Doomsday's coming. Got it. And then just on to the movie.
Yeah.
But the second time I went to go watch Avatar, I watched it yesterday, and I got to see the Thor trailer. And I instantly was like, oh, this actually has me a little hyped for Doomsday. Like, this is tough. Him praying, going like, yo, like, I just want to make it back to my daughter, and also just give me the strength for this new enemy coming up. And I was like, if he's got to pray to, like, get ready for battle, how tough is Doom?
Dude,
what is going on?
Doom is leaving no one left, bro.
I didn't see him pray for sticking Ultron or sticking Thanos. What is Doom doing?
Yeah.
That got me hype. But what do these next two trailers need to do? What do you hope for these next two teaser trailers?
I will say we know what the third one is already.
Mm-hmm.
Confirmed it's X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited to see that one, actually.
Yeah.
Because I think they're going to do the X-Men justice.
Mm-hmm.
I won't tell you what happens, but I've seen it already, and I'm pretty excited. Okay. That got me pretty hype. The fourth one, I was talking to my little brother about it in the car. He was like, I hope they do Thunderbolts, because he liked the Thunderbolts a lot. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're going to do Fantastic Four or Thunderbolts, because I think they kind of already set themselves up for what's going to happen with them in Doomsday. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to do characters that we don't really know much about, or they do Doom, and they do a Doom trailer for the fourth one, which I think would be, that's the coolest thing ever. I would want that or Shang-Chi, because I think I would like to see Shang-Chi actually like get roped in a little bit more, because I want to know. Or if they did a Toby thing, is he confirmed? Is Toby confirmed for the movie, or is it still just rumors?
There's rumors, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors.
But there was a picture that somebody posted who is a trusted like MCU like leaker, a trusted like person who gets like information about the MCU. I don't want to say he's a leaker. He's more of just like, if he gets information, he's gonna release it. But he posted the picture, and there are two characters in it where I just went, and that's why I told you before. I was like, if this is true, if that what he posted is true, I am going to die in that theater when I see, because I'm low key. If it's true, I'm gonna watch Avatar a fourth time. I'm gonna do it, because if it's true with that trailer, what he posted, I'm gonna lose it in the theater.
Yeah,
I'm gonna lose it, and I'm 1,000% gonna watch Doomsday a million times.
The other one I can see it being is Loki, which I think would be sick.
If it's Loki, that'd be cool.
I would love to see his perspective, but I think more likely it's gonna be Doom. Shang-Chi would be like, I don't think they'll do that. I don't think Shang-Chi has the same buzz Thor, X-Men, and Captain America do, but I think that would be really sick. And then freaking, obviously, if it's Tobey Maguire, dude, I'd freaking scream.
All I'm saying is, bro, if that picture is correct,
it's gotta be Tobey Maguire.
The MCU or the Marvel Studios account that posted that is gonna like have the craziest trending video of all time.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I hope it's that. Honestly, I think realistically though, I don't want it to be Tobey. I think I actually really want it to be Doom. I want to feel confident about what they're doing, and I think if I'm going to feel confident about it, I need to see Doom.
Yeah.
I need to see him doing things. I need to see him actually in the movie. I need to see him talking and moving around. I want to see Downey's performance. I don't want to just go in. I know they're not going to do it. They're going to push Downey so hard in the marketing. It makes sense. But if they were trying to go with the route and keeping him more secretive and like it's going to like only allude to him so much until we watch the movie and we see him so much, I don't want that. I want to like see him in the trailers so I know what to expect. I want the same like love they gave to Thanos in those trailers. Every time that man said a word, people were posting like the quote, like the Thanos quote, and then like releasing the trailer or whatever. That's what I want for Doom because I think he deserves that love. And I can't wait to see what Downey does. Because at the end of the day, I didn't really like that Downey got casted, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, I'm not going to watch it. Because Downey's a great actor, and I'm going to be like, you know what? We'll see what happens.
I really liked it, to be honest, but once again, I need to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to go too crazy about it, but I just am interested in how they're going to do the story with Robert Downey Jr.'s character.
100%.
But I'm excited, man. I'm officially excited. But, yeah, did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, do not. Hashtag Fear Doom.
Hashtag Fear Doom. for the last movie announcement. Zootopia 2 is going crazy in the box office. What do we think about that, and do you think it's
What's the number? 1.4 billion?
I believe now it's either 1.5 or 1.4 billion dollars it has made.
All right.
But that is crazy. I did not expect it to make that much money, bro. I didn't. I knew it was a good movie. I liked Zootopia 2. I did not expect it to make over $1 billion.
You know what's weird is I knew people loved Zootopia. Mm-hmm. I could have guessed it was going to make $1 billion. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have expected the amount of love it's getting in general, outside of cash. Mm-hmm. Just talking about like pure love and how much people love it so much, that I'm more surprised by actually.
Did you see the movie theater that was allowing like their owners to bring in or their dogs in to like watch the movie with them? There was a theater that was letting dog owners bring their dogs in to watch the movie with them, and it was a whole theater filled with people who had their dogs there, and their dogs were just like some of them were well trained where they weren't like barking crazy, but like they were showing scenes where like fans were like laughing and reacting, and then the dogs would bark. But it was just crazy that they were allowing that.
It's an interesting.
I wonder if they charged the dogs tickets too, like half price.
I would never want to go to that. That'd be crazy. That'd be
I
so
honestly
annoying.
would want to see if the dogs would react to certain scenes. I would want to.
It's justified. I like Zootopia. Yeah, we reviewed. Yeah, I like Zootopia too. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I don't think I loved it as much as everyone else did. Mm-hmm. I was there. I was in it for the ride. I had a good time. But it's not a movie that I think is even in my top 10. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's close to my top 10.
Yeah.
I think it's like number 17 if I had to guess. 16. But yeah, I liked it. I think it's valid, but cool. Good
I
for
just
them.
think that's really cool, man.
This is what happens when Disney makes a good movie. But also when they don't make a good movie, because Lilo and Stitch also made $1 billion. So
I was about to say, like, if you have the Disney tagline on there, like, I feel like sometimes you just have that aura to just make
sometimes,
money.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Snow White didn't have that.
Yeah, Snow White was a little tough.
Snow White, unfortunately, didn't have that aura.
That one did make a little bit more money than I expected, though.
What, like 400? Yeah, 390 or something like that? It's still
I forgot what it was.
But, like, its budget was crazy.
Yeah, that's why I'm still shook it made that much.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, nothing else on that.
All I have for movie news.
All right. Then we're moving on to my review.
Yes, sir.
For one battle. Let's move on to another battle then. I said it way too late. Moving on to my review for one battle after another. Phil, I watched it.
There we go.
When did the movie come out initially?
This came out, I think in
September?
I think it was September. Yeah.
October? September? That sounds right, Tyler? I feel like that was a good. Yeah,
It's
regardless. I watched that movie
Mm-hmm.
in the way that all filmmakers intended it to be watched. On my phone, on an airplane, with my AirPods in. Exactly how it was made to be seen. Oh, and then I watched the rest of it on my bed with my laptop in the dark. Exactly how it was meant to be watched on the medium-sized screen, all right? And I'm going to give it ooh, I don't know. Oh, damn it. I should have thought about this before. Okay, so when I watched it, I was between... Here, maybe we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Talk through your process.
I was between a 7 and an 8.
Yeah.
And here's why. I think the movie is great. I think the movie... I understand why people regard it as an all-timer.
Yeah.
I think it has great commentaries on a lot of the controversies that we're experiencing today.
Yeah.
And even experiencing like 5-10 years ago. I think the movie is well performed. I think DiCaprio kills it. I think the action scenes, like the little bit more of like the more intense action scenes, there isn't like crazy action or anything, but like scenes where he's running or like people are getting shot, whatever, were pretty cool. I think the cinematography was great. I think the movie has a lot of great stuff, and I think it has a lot of great conversations on things.
Yeah.
I just don't see a world where this movie beats Sinners for Best Picture. Because, like, you have one battle after another, which is an incredibly strong movie, and then you have a movie like Sinners, which I like wholeheartedly think is like an all-timer. I think they're both creative in their own right.
Yeah.
They're both doing something different. I think One Battle After Another is a film, while I think Sinners is like a freaking world. Like they're building something. Like that's something that's so interesting, so deep, so unique. One Battle After Another is just trying to capture what's happening in the world today. Sinners is a commentary on things happening in the world today while also like having its own lore. And I just think that was more interesting. I think that was more like forward pushing. I feel like it was more interesting. While I think One Battle After Another was great, it just didn't do a whole lot for me. Where I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, this is cool. not my favorite thing ever.
Got you.
Yeah.
Did you have any scenes in one battle after another that really impressed you or really was like,
I love.
oh, that was pretty cool?
I love the scene. Oh, dude, you know what's bad? This movie played off as a comedy for me a lot, actually. I think some of the scenes, I'm like, dude, I know this is supposed to be like a commentary on how like actual people are, like racists are. Like, dude, this is so funny. Like, why do people think like this? Like, this is crazy. The scene with all the like the white dudes hanging out, like the Hail St. Nicholas, those people, and they're talking, and I'm like, is this real? Is this like, do people actually talk like this? Is this serious? And I know people do, but I was just like, this is crazy. Like, this is so funny. And I was laughing a lot. I'm like, this is freaking weird. Those scenes were good. And I really liked them, actually. I thought they were hilarious. I really like the scene with DiCaprio when he's on the phone. That scene was great, actually. That
was funny. Like, I'll give him that.
Look, man, I'm going to level with you. I'm on so many drugs right now. I'm freaking all over the place. Just tell me the code, please. Look, man, I can't do that. I'm sorry. He's like, give me the other guy on the phone. And then the other guy comes out, he gets it. That was a great scene. I love that scene a lot. And then I really like the stuff with the daughter at the end. I thought that was also really good. I like where her story goes at the end. I thought it was really interesting how she kind of basically takes on like what her mother was doing too, but to a less extreme sense. She's like doing like the peaceful thing where they're going to like protests and stuff, but she's not going out and freaking exploding things. Yeah. You know? And I just thought that was really cool. It was a well-developed movie. Again, very solid movie. It plays out perfectly. It's really strongly written. It just didn't do a whole lot for me.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Oh, it does. It does, because I pretty much felt the same way.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just shook, because low-key I thought you would be a little bit more higher on the movie. So you kind of feeling the same way I did is like, okay, all right, I feel a little bit normal.
You're valid.
Feel a little bit normal.
You're valid.
At first, when I watched the movie, I was kind of like, like, it was good, but I kind of feel like there are other movies that are better. Yeah. But one thing I was talking to a friend about earlier was that for the Best Picture nomination in this year's Oscars, it kind of does encapsulate, like, wholly what's going on. Like, and I like what you said, that it talks about what stuff happened in the past, maybe 5 or 10 years ago, but it also does capture what's happening today, which is why I can see like it winning for being a period piece today. Yeah,
for sure. Like, it represents 2025.
Yeah, which is why it's like I'm fighting with it, because like me wholeheartedly, I'm like either Sinners or Swindless needs to win Best Picture, but like on the guidelines for Best Picture, is it technically a movie that is like, it's encapsulating something? I'm having a hard time like putting the word together. It's like it's encapsulating something of today, but also it's doing that in a very good way. It's executed very good.
It's strong.
So would that still be like meeting the guidelines to win Best Picture?
I think it warranted a nomination because of what it is, but I think Sinners is doing that same thing, but better. And I know I probably maybe at the end of the day, like, they're talking about very important issues. I just like the way Sinners presents those issues more than I think One Battle After Another does. Again, they both go for two different things. One's a lot more realistic, while the other one is a little bit more like supernatural. Yeah. But I just think Sinners is a better movie even still. Like, I walked out of Sinners and I was like, dude, holy crap, I watched an all-timer. Like, this is an insane movie. I don't think I gave it a 10, but I was like, this is as close to a 10 as I can give a 9. Like, a movie a 9. This, I was like, okay, I'm landing between a 7 or 8, but I can acknowledge that it's an Oscar Best Picture nominated movie for sure.
How did you feel about the beginning of the movie? Like the beginning sequences?
Dude, I was watching that movie and I think the plane was kind of loud and I was getting kind of I didn't get confused. There was just little like warning here. The guy got a boner and I was like, what the heck is happening? Did I miss something? So I skipped back and I was like, oh no, I'm following. Okay, let's keep going. Like, I thought the opening scene was really good. And then that happened. I was like, what? Like, this is weird. And then it kept going. Still, great opening scene. It was awesome. That was just a weird shock to me. I was like, huh?
Yeah. Oh, okay. That was kind of me when I did get to that point, but I was still going along with it because I'm like, I wonder where this is going to lead. And where it did lead was like a lot of complications. But I did want to ask, like, do you feel like, because that part, I thought, everything that was happening in that movie was pretty necessary. Like, it flowed really well. But do you feel like that worked with the movie still? Like, that whole...
I think it made sense in the context of that character and, like, how he's trying to be the kind of guy that's, like...
Colonel Stephen J. Lockjaw.
Colonel Stephen's literally... Lockjaw, yes. Colonel Lockjaw wants to be, like, this hardcore, like, white, like, like, we gotta keep that American pride, whatever. But he's attracted to black women, and that's important for his character moving forward because it like affects the events of the story fairly heavily. It makes him a lot more involved too. I think that was important. I was just really caught off guard because I didn't know the movie was gonna do that. And I was
that caught me off guard too.
Oh, he's not just a racist. He's not just a racist. Quite the opposite, actually.
He's a struggling racist.
Yeah.
Real quick, if I could ask one more question.
Yeah.
What did you think about Leonardo DiCaprio's character Bob?
Oh, I loved him. So funny.
What exactly did you?
This is important. I haven't watched a lot of DiCaprio movies actually. Come to think of it, I don't know if I've ever seen a DiCaprio movie.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think.
It's no problem.
I don't know if I ever have. I got some homework to do. I don't think I've ever seen one of his. Yes, I've seen The Great Gatsby.
There you go.
That's the one I've seen. I haven't seen much of him. And I've always been, and I've seen clips of Wolf on Wall Street. Like I've seen clips of him around. I know he's a good actor. He's so good in this movie. He's just, there's a weird thing about him where I'm just like, dude, this guy is so funny. Like he is hilarious actually. Again, that scene with him on the phone, it's like he's crying and all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, this guy's funny. Like I really like him. He plays a really good crackhead, I feel like. He plays a really good nut. I feel like he's kind of awesome. And I really liked his character in this movie. He was actually the main reason why I was watching it, actually. I liked his performance a lot. He kind of kept me engaged a lot of the times. But yeah. Yeah, I liked it.
I wasn't in love with him in the movie. I was more focused on like what was building through. But I just, like, compared to all the other stuff I've seen Leonardo DiCaprio in, I wasn't really drawn to him as Bob. Do I get his character? Pretty much, but do I think this is the best he's ever done? Not really. But I did like him in the context of this movie, but I didn't feel like he was a main character to me, if that made sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like there were other characters.
There was also a lot going on, too. Yeah. So that's fair. There's a lot more stuff they were focusing on. So that's valid.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that just to, like, put it out there. If you were like, oh, like, maybe I just wasn't.
Yeah, no, I liked him a lot. Yeah. He was the, like, a sort of, him and Lockjaw, I really liked Lockjaw, too.
Lockjaw was very impressive with me. Same with Sensei Sergio, played by Benicio del Toro.
Yes, he was, yeah. Great performances all around. Great movie. Again, it didn't stick with me super hard.
Yeah.
It didn't resonate with me that strongly. Needless to say, I hope Sinners wins Best Picture. Not to make this a Sinners conversation. This movie's incredible, but I just really think Sinners should win Best Picture.
No, that's no problem. I just wanted to
I'm up there with Christopher Nolan right now, being like, yeah, this is the movie.
I'm there too.
Yeah.
And Twinless, I'm just going to put it out there. I know it's probably not going to get it, but I'm just saying Twinless.
And I'm in the crowd like, yeah, Phil, you're right.
I need Twinless to be up there, bro. I need it to be up there. I'm sorry. I know I say it every episode, but I need it to. But yeah, did you have any other thoughts before we finish up?
Nor.
Hey, okay, no problem. So...
then let's move on to
okay.
Supreme Marty.
Okay.
Timothée Chalamet film, Christmas Day. Phil, Timothée Chalamet wants to be the best. He wants to be the best to ever do it. He said, no one's going to stop me. I'm going to be the best. So, Phil, is he the best?
Oh, man, bro. No.
Where does this compare to his Wonka performance?
This was his best performance
ever. Better than Paul Atreides?
This was his best performance ever. I liked it more than Paul Atreides. But saying that with, like, I think it's still on the same level. Like, if I were to rate them...
They're different characters, for sure.
They're different characters, but I just really liked him as... I forgot his name, Marty, and I forgot his last name.
Supreme.
I'm just going to call him Marty.
Marty Supreme.
I'm just going to go with that. But he was unbelievable in this movie. Like, when I was hearing all the, like, oh, he's a lock for Best Actor, like, it's no competition, I was like, okay, well, let me check it out. Maybe it's going to be okay, but maybe it's going to be on level with the other guys or something like that. No. He needs to win Best Actor.
Over Michael B. Jordan.
Yes, he needs to. And that's a lot coming from me because I loved Sinners and I love Michael B. Jordan in that movie. But Timothée Chalamet in this movie was like, he made me anxious. He made me scared. He made me laugh. He made me like think about what his next move is and wonder. Like, it's just the character was so complex. It was very, not even just complex. Like, his character was pretty much a con man and stuff like that. And the situations and like the what do I want to call it? I guess scams, shenanigans that he was up to was just impressive to me, and how he thought of certain things was crazy. But it wasn't just like the plot of his character that I was really impressed with. It was Timothy's acting in certain scenes. Like, there were so many different situations, and the way he would get into them. Like, I was always nervous whenever it came to a new meeting with a new character, because there's a scene that happens at the start where at first you're rooting for the guy. At first you're like, okay, like, I really want you to be the champion. I really want to see your journey of getting there. But then when he talks to a certain person, he's very rude and very obnoxious. Like, very, like, not uptight, but just a jerk. And so after that, I kind of get nervous because I'm like, does he talk to everybody that way? And through the rest of the movie, he really does. And there's so many times I wanted to just slap him across the face.
I've heard a lot of people say this movie's like super stressful. Without spoiling it, is that true?
Yes.
Like, really?
It is you're going to be anxious through this movie.
Like the bear level stress where I'm like freaking out?
I don't know if it's going to be as stressful as the bear. I think it might get close. I want to say the bear situations were way more like stressful. But with this, like the situations he gets into do stress you out. Because it's one battle after another.
Whoa!
It's literally...
It's a pretty Supreme reference. Marty Supreme.
And it's in sequence.
Sorry.
Like, that's another thing I really liked about this movie. It feels very fast-paced, even though you are in one section for a while. But, like, he's moving and trying to get things going a lot and very quickly. Because, like... Well, I'm not going to spoil that. I'm just going to say, like, he's very dedicated to achieving his dream, and it shows whenever he's trying to get these certain scams or, like, cons going. And it's impressive. Like, it never stops. That's what I really liked about the movie. It goes from one thing to the next, and it all is in unison. Or it just worked so well.
How were the table tennis scenes?
Oh, very good. Very well shot. Very believable to me, too.
Intense?
Yes, cool. Very intense. Cool. Like,
table tennis is so fun to watch.
Oh, it is. It is. But when you watch it in this movie, you'll be very like into it, especially towards the end. Cool. Like, I think that was probably my favorite part towards the end was a match that happens. Once again, I don't want to spoil it for you, but when you do watch it, I will definitely pick your brain on what you thought about it, because it's very good. Like, I was at the edge of my seat. I did your thing. I did one of those. Yeah. Going up to it. I really like this movie. One thing though, I think me seeing, and that's just a testament to like Timothy's acting for Marty, me being mad at him, like for the longest time through the movie, but then also kind of feeling good for him was one of the things that kind of drove me to stick with a high 8 out of 10.
Wow.
I want to watch it again and see if I can give it a higher, like a 9 or a 10, but I'm sticking with a high 8.
Okay.
But that still doesn't, like, this movie is still good. It's just that's how much the character was driving me crazy. But also, it's not just him that's really good in this movie. There's 2 actors that did a really good job in this movie. Odessa and Tyler, the Creator.
I forgot Tyler, the Creator was in this movie.
Yeah.
How was he? What you just said.
He was really good. He was really good. I was actually
surprisingly good, or were you going in expecting him to be like?
Because at the start, when the promotion was going on for Marty Supreme, I saw that he was taking pictures with the actors, and I've seen that before. I thought he had a song in the movie.
Yeah.
I thought like either like his new album, maybe.
Does he have a song in the movie at all?
I don't remember. I don't think so. But when he showed up and he was actually in the scenes, like with Marty and doing some stuff with him, I was like, oh, you're acting. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. And he did a good job, a very good job. But it's not just him who does a very good job in this movie. It's Odessa. Odessa, if you don't know who she is, she plays recently in a show called I Love LA. And
her show, right? She made that show?
No, that was Rachel.
Other girl. Okay,
Rachel.
Yeah.
She also a talented actor, but Odessa, I saw her the first time in a Netflix show that got canceled, but I thought she was a really good actor. And then I saw her again in the movie that you made me watch, the horror movie, and I forgot what it's called.
Oh, Until Dawn.
Until Dawn.
The one I didn't watch, and I made you watch it, yeah.
Hated the movie, but once again, she's still a pretty good actress, but I feel like there was more to her. I watch I Love L.A., she's definitely good in that, but then in Marty Supreme, she kills it. Like, she is so good. Like,
up for a Best Supporting.
I want her to be there. I want her. I don't know if she is, but if it was up to me, I would put her in Best Supporting Actress. I would put her there because the situations that I keep talking about, I just don't want to spoil it. She gets into them too, and it gets crazy. Like, it gets crazy, and she also goes along with it in a really surprising way that I didn't expect. But those two surprised the heck out of me. The dude from Shark Tank, one of the businessmen from Shark Tank, is in it. Not Mark Cuban. I forgot his Mr. Wonderful. He's in it, and he does a good job also, but also he's playing himself pretty much in the movie, but he kills it as well. So I think it's mainly, like, Timothy is the reason why I saw the movie, and obviously he killed it, and I'm so glad I watched it, but seeing these other three actors come in and surprise the heck out of me was the biggest highlight of the movie to me too. But it was also shot very well too. Like,
yeah, that's what I was gonna ask too, because I was looking at the guy. I was looking at the director because I couldn't remember his name. But yeah, so how was the cinematography?
It was very good. It was very good. I also like is it called color grading?
Yes.
I loved the color. I loved how it looked, and I felt like for a movie that was placed in like the 40s or the 50s of New York, I think it like was the exact color that it needed to be, and it also portrayed the mood of the film very well. But with the cinematography, like, I loved the views, I loved the atmosphere that was shown in the busy streets that he's in. I just really loved also the other actors in the area, like the extras and everything that were in the background. Like, they feel like New York.
Set a vibe.
Huh?
It set a vibe.
Yes, it really did. And I felt like it was perfect, and it actually made me believe that I was in the film in the same area they were. But it was just a very well done film. Like, nice. Very well done. Very good. I definitely believe if it's up for Best Picture, if it wins, I'm definitely happy if it does. I don't know if this is an original. I don't think it is. Or
is it technically a biopic or no? It's like confusing. It's weird.
I think it's probably qualifying for like original
screenplay. Okay. Because it's like loosely based on his life. Yeah. Not okay.
Either way, just to like make it easier, I would not be mad if it won a lot of awards.
Wow.
I think it deserves a lot of awards.
Is this the Timothy? Is this the movie that makes him the best?
Is this officially? It does.
Whoa.
I think in my book it does. He was
not Wonka?
Very good in this movie. Wonka, he was very good.
He was great. I love that movie.
I didn't expect that movie to kill the way it did.
It's a great movie.
Very good. Yeah. But this one right here, this one to me is the one that should stamp him up there as best actor.
Nice.
And then if he continues the reign, by all means, bro. Like, he's young too, so that's
crazy. He is young. Dude, how old is he?
I think he's like 27 or 28. He's
what?
30. Never mind. The man is 30 doing this.
He's freaking old.
That is crazy. But also, I kind of want to call him Marty Rizzo, bro, because he was getting his Riz on.
He was getting his Riz on?
He was getting his Riz on in that movie. I was impressed. Paltrow?
I've seen the clips.
Gwyneth and Odessa. He was going crazy.
He's Rizzy.
I was like, wow, this man knows how to talk. All right, do your thing. But
which one is he dating? Kylie Jenner? Is that the one he's dating?
Oh, yeah. So Timothy just playing himself pretty much.
She's probably pissed.
I don't think she's mad. Well, you never know.
You never know.
If you guys, please go watch this movie in theaters. Like, it was really good. You guys are probably going to have a higher rating than me. I'm going to watch it again and see if I get it up there. But if you want, like, if you were fans of Uncut Gems, if you were fans of, like, chaotic movies that lead to even more chaos later, like, this is the movie for you. And I highly recommend you watch it on the biggest screen.
Must-watch 2025 movie?
Yes, must-watch.
Whoa. All right. You got the Phil must-watch 2025 seal of approval.
Please.
I think it's time for our annual cut before we get into our longest segment probably ever. Cut. as you can see, we are not blue. Phil didn't want to do it, and we didn't have time to get the paint.
All right, that's not what happened. That's not what happened.
That isn't what happened. We never
I
even talked about
forgot.
it. We also just didn't talk about it after.
That too.
I wish we did. You know what my brother told me to do? He told me
Yeah.
to just show up blue and not say anything. I'd be like, oh, I didn't get the memo. I thought we were doing this.
You're like, in a minute,
Yeah.
come downstairs, me and Ty look at you.
I'm butt naked with like one of the straps they wear and like the things. It's like, guys, I thought we were dressing up as avatars. I'm on
next year.
stilts.
Or in 4 years, we do that again.
4 years. Again,
4 years.
yeah. For Avatar 4, we'll do it.
We just wear stilts and we have these like stands all the way up there.
Yeah.
Camera's like pointing up there.
It'd be awesome.
Anyways.
Yo, we watched probably your favorite movie franchise ever.
Yep.
Yeah, we watched and we get to review it.
But before we review it,
Oh.
we saw something cool
No, we
before we watched Avatar: Fire and Ash. We saw the
What?
prologue for the Odyssey, the first 6 minutes
Oh,
of the Odyssey.
whoa. I didn't understand what I watched the trailer.
Oh.
I didn't get the 6-minute
Okay.
prologue. You got a 6
Then
minute prologue?
I got the 6-minute
What?
prologue.
When you said prologue, I thought you meant teaser trailer.
No.
I'm such an
Technically,
idiot.
in a way, kind of a teaser.
What?
It's a prologue.
Wait, where'd you get that?
IMAX, because I got to go. It was only specifically for
fault I'm
IMAX
poor.
theaters. That's why I kept telling you got to watch it in a special format.
You didn't tell me. You didn't tell me.
But here's the one thing that did kind of suck for a second. I had to go grab some snacks because we were running late, and I got to miss the first minute of the prologue. I got very mad.
Phil, you have
Very
one
mad.
job. You have one job.
I
Your
got very
job
mad.
is to review movies and keep up to date.
I told my friends text me when it was coming up.
What
they texted
what snacks
me.
did you get?
I got popcorn for 3 people. Then I got a slushie. Then I got a hot dog. And then I ran to the theater. I got there just in time when they were invading the castle, and I
You
was
didn't
like,
need that
"Whoa!"
hot dog. You didn't need that hot dog. Anyways, continue.
Whoa.
Talk about the prologue that you missed a
Bro.
minute of.
Either way, I still saw some of the craziest, coolest images ever, and also probably one of the hardest battle scenes I've seen in a while.
Whoa.
Bro,
Oh, I'm happy I didn't see it.
the score, I can already tell this score is going to be generational. This score is going to be up there with Black Panther, with Sinners, with
K-pop Demon Hunters.
that. But it sounds so good, and it gives you that, like, not anxiety or like fear, but very like epic, very like, oh, here we go, we're going. The build up to the final part of the siege, I guess it was, or the prison break that they had was so tough, bro. So tough. Hearing that drum go as they're firing arrows at these soldiers coming up, and it's a whole bunch of them because they're trying to lift up a gate to get their friends out. And while that's going on, they're having people attacking them, and they're just defending it while they're holding it down. And Matt Damon and John Bernthal are tough in that scene,
love John
bro.
Bernthal.
They
Good
are
for him.
tough. John Bernthal was perfect for this movie. He was perfect. But right when the gates open, oh my gosh. Literally, I'm just sitting there. I'm already enjoying the movie. When the gates open, there's just one gladiator with the toughest armor I've ever seen. All black, just waiting there. And then all the soldiers who were like attacking them stop and they just go. Brody doesn't, he's just standing there. All the soldiers come out and instantly another hardcore score comes out and they're just fighting. They're going in. Matt Damon and John Berthal's characters get their helmets on and it's tough. And then instantly the dude in the all black walks out, turns his head, and I instantly went, Best picture. I'm yelling in the theater like, best picture. And then the reason why I got lit was because the back of his helmet, it's probably the coolest helmet I've ever seen, bro. Coolest. It has a gold spine on the back of it. A gold spine. That is so tough.
I've never been more jealous of a human being in my entire life than I am of you right now.
I told you, man.
That I didn't know this was a thing that I could have done. I thought it was just a
IMAX.
teaser trailer.
No, it's a 6-minute prologue.
Because
IMAX.
can I be honest? I saw the teaser trailer and I was like, this looks awesome. Not doing a whole lot for me yet.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm just like, okay, look, they're cutting around a lot. I'm not, the visuals are cool. I think it's gonna be awesome. At no point was I like, oh, this movie looks bad. I never crossed my mind. But I was like, okay, I feel like I have to like actually sit and watch this for me to really properly receive what's happening.
Bro.
I'm so jealous that you got to experience what I wanted to experience.
I got back right in time. I sat my butt in that seat and I went,
That's dumb.
bro,
Stupid.
but
IMAX
I
is
can't wait
stupid.
for the Odyssey, man. I can't wait.
I am too. I'm so excited. It's gonna be awesome. Dude, you think that'll be his best movie?
Don't ask me that question. It's so tough.
At
I
what
always
point?
wrestle with.
When does the movie come out? July?
Yeah, it
At
comes
what-
a week after Spider-Man Brand New Day
Or Supergirl?
before. It's either before or after. It's around Spider-Man.
So
Brand New
we
Day.
can Spider-Man, Supergirl, and that's gonna be insane.
All I'm gonna say is it needs to be watched in IMAX.
At what
it needs
point?
To.
At what point do we do a full-on Christopher Nolan like ranking?
Let's let them decide. Let's let them decide.
How many movies does he have? Like 10?
Probably 12, 13,
Yeah,
15.
that sounds right.
Probably 12 or 13.
That's
I'll
not
say
hard.
that.
I've seen most of them.
There's 2 more I need to see. I
There's,
mean, obviously
there's a
3
good
with Odyssey.
there's a good few more that I haven't seen, but I still never watched Oppenheimer. That's a weird one that I never watched. But
I
yeah,
think you'll like it.
I know. That was like that's when I was watching movies, and for some reason I did. You know, that movie came out in 2023. I watched
Yes.
40 movies in 2023, and one of them wasn't Oppenheimer.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah, so I know. I think that'll be fun. You guys let us know. Do you want to see us? Want to see that happen? Want to see
Yeah.
us rank every single Christopher Nolan movie, an objective Christopher Nolan ranking list? Because everyone knows me and Phil have the best opinions.
It's true.
Anyways, anything else you want to say on the Odyssey?
Nah, bro. I'm just excited for it, man.
so
I'm
jealous.
really excited. But you know what else I was excited for?
Nothing.
Not really.
No.
Besides Avatar Fire and
Besides
Ash.
Avatar: Fire and Ash, which finally
Oh,
came out
man.
after
Finally.
not that long, actually.
3 years.
3 years, not that
3
long.
years.
That's not
It's
long.
not-
They filmed them side by side, so it wasn't that long.
Oh, man.
But Phil, do you want me to kick it off so you can have the full stage?
I honestly
Or
want
do
to
you
hear
want
you
to just
first.
go? Okay, yeah.
I wanna
I'll
hear
go
you
first.
first.
I'll go first. Okay.
Give me your rating and then go into
Ooh,
some non-spoiler.
ratings are so hard.
Oh, yeah.
Ratings are so complicated and confusing. I've become so comfortable with Letterboxd scoring that I like it just calms me down. So I gave this movie on Letterboxd a 4.5.
Okay.
Out of 5. I didn't write a review for it. I was just like 4.5. So I'll say, you know what? With confidence, with a strong confidence number, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
I loved Avatar: Fire and Ash. I think it might be the best out of the 3. As someone who doesn't love the first one, the first one is good and I like it. And I respect it. The second one I think is insane and it's awesome and it's so much more emotional and so much more interesting in so many ways. The third one takes that emotion and ramps it up by a good couple notches where I'm like, okay, we have established characters that I also semi know the names of that I actually care about. And this movie pushes them hard. I need to talk about Jake Sully. I love him to death. He's awesome. He's the GOAT. I love him. Spider grew on me. Loak, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Loak, love him. My favorite character. All right. I think this movie is so strong. It's so emotional. It's so beautiful. And I was kind of blown away by it. The 3 hours flew by. The only point where I was like, okay, this movie's starting to hit was around the 2 hour mark because I kept getting texts on my phone by my little brother trying to sign into his PlayStation
silence your
account.
phone, man.
No, I wasn't ringing. It was just like, and I was like, okay. And it's because so I kept checking the like text and it would be like the time. And I'm like, why? So once I put my phone away fully, I was like, all right, cool. Like I'm in. And it flew by. It was awesome. It was fantastic. I had such a good time. Awesome movie. I loved everything it was doing. I don't want to go full into detail because I want to give you the stage and we'll do spoilers and whatever. So Phil, take
All
it away.
right. This come to a shock to you.
6 out of 10.
I actually had a lower rating than you. I gave this movie an 8 out of 10. Gave this
Whoa.
movie an 8 out of 10. I still really liked it, but it was an 8 out of 10 to me. Reason was, I think my hopes for the first viewing was too high. But this movie still did deliver on what I needed it to do. A lot of the complaints I've heard, because if you guys don't know, I'm a huge Avatar fan, big Avatar fan. I love the first one, love the second one, but a lot of people through these first 2 movies said, I don't care about the characters. I need James Cameron to go way more into like the personal personal aspect of it. I need to get to know them more. And I think this is exactly what it did. That's why I really still loved it. But there are a lot of scenes that for the first time I actually feel like weren't necessary to put in this one. And the only reason why I feel that is because I really did feel like a couple of times, like I was watching it and I was like, I feel like I'm on repeat. I feel like I'm in a loop because it just didn't feel like it needed to be there. But later, towards the end, and even some things that happened in the movie still got me on a sugar high. But I still am very grateful for this movie. Still very grateful. But it wasn't what I expected the first viewing. But I do like this more than the first one. But I can't put it over Avatar: The Way of Water because that was my hope. I wanted to put it over Avatar: The Way of Water, but I can't. I still consider Avatar: The Way of Water the best Avatar film. But yeah, just non-spoilers right there.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
Okay. We can go in.
Yeah.
I'm going to start off by saying I disagree with you.
Okay.
I actually think this movie has less of that, like, oh, I don't think this scene is necessary. I feel like this movie's just kind of going. Like, it's flying. There's less of the kids kind of learning to swim and hanging out with whales and whatever, and a lot more prepping for war and people fighting and people freaking getting murdered and crazy emotional scenes. Let's go straight into spoilers just really fast.
Yeah.
The scene that caught me so off guard, two specifically, two very strong scenes for me. Scene with Loak about to kill himself.
Oh, man.
Which was rough. And
That
I was
was
like,
crazy.
I was like, what is this movie doing?
I was like, no.
Too real. What are you doing?
The Tam was already gone. I can't have Loak gone.
Yeah.
I love Loak.
Incredibly strong scene. Super well performed. Almost made me cry.
Yeah.
I was getting chills. I was like, this is crazy. The other scene that drove me insane was the Jake Sully, Neytiri, and Spider scene.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was very good.
Oh, like that. Like stuff like that. I feel like at every moment something was happening in this movie where if I walked out of the theater, I was going to come back being like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah.
Like, what did I miss? That's why. I feel like the second one, I was like, oh, I could probably leave at this point and come back and like go pee or whatever. This movie, I was seated the entire 3 hours. I didn't get up at all.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, holy crap. I want to talk about that spider scene just really quick. Super emotional, super compelling, super awesome. Bro, why the heck did they make that sound with a knife?
Oh, yeah.
That was dumb. That pissed me off.
I low-key thought it happened.
Because what did he stab? He didn't stab anything, so why did it make a noise?
That's why I'm thinking maybe that's just the James Cameron trying to go like, oh, it did happen. Wait, it didn't. Gotcha.
That was dumb. That I was like, that don't make no sense. Like, what are we doing?
But it made you
It worked
go,
though.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
It worked though.
So
I
it
was like,
worked. Because think about it. You're sitting there, you hear the sound, and you're like, but then right when the camera comes back and you see it didn't go through, you're like, I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I know it may have been stupid, but if it made you go, I think that's good.
It was a good scene. It was a good scene. No hating. I was like, I'm not trying to hate. I genuinely was just mad. I was like, come on, you can't do that to me. Yeah, dude, I thought this movie was so good. There was so much happened in this movie that it's kind of hard to like wrap up in like one thing.
Yeah.
I think I will say the only disappointing part of this movie for me that I think the second one does better is its final act. I think the final like fight is better in the second one than the third one.
Yeah.
The third one, it felt a little too samey.
Yeah.
And it felt a little bit more complicated. Where it wasn't focused on the choreography. A lot of it was like, because they were in that big thing that was sucking them up, it was kind of like all over the place. And I wasn't following completely. It felt too choppy. And it's a pet peeve of mine. I hate when fight scenes are super cutty. It like drives me insane. I'm like, dude, I want to see things happen. I don't want to just cut and then it's like, someone gets hit. It looks so fake to me. It drives me insane.
I feel you. I think the one thing that still had me liking the end fight was the fact that, you know how it starts, everything, the way they did everything was almost the same plan and formula of the second one.
Yeah.
But then, and we're going to get into her. We're going to get into her.
Oh, yeah.
Varang soon. Varang and the Mangwan clan come in. And instantly it goes from, yo, our plan that we keep doing before, or that we did before, it's working. And then they come in did you notice that the light changed? Like it went from like all blue and everything to the sun reflecting on them and it gets a little like orangey red.
No, I did not. I know they kept doing the sun shot, but I didn't notice that.
Because they showed Neytiri and how she was smiling, and she's like, "Yeah, we got this." And then the Magwan clan shows up, and it goes from to, and then instantly you're knowing, oh, this isn't going to be the same type
That
of
was
fight.
really cool.
That gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, that was sick.
That's why I liked it, because it was something they weren't used to.
And it added a new layer to the fight, which I
Exactly.
completely agree with. It wasn't now them just fighting humans. It was like them also fighting these evil.
Yes. Evil Navi.
Yeah.
Avatars. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna say avatars. But I thought that was sick, bro. Especially when you're seeing all the Ikron riders going into each other like it's a dog fight. I was like in IMAX, I was sitting there
awesome.
like, oh my gosh. Oh. And then also, just real quick to point this out, Neytiri is one of the best Ikron riders in Avatar. That scene, we'll talk about it soon, but I'm just gonna say that she's the best Ikron rider in Avatar. The best. I don't care anybody, if they get to the fourth movie, and I know the rumor was they were gonna talk about the Ikron rider, whoever it was, no matter what, that person ain't got nothing on Neytiri. Neytiri is crazy.
I want to talk about Neytiri for a second, because I think she was, dude, Zoe Saldana killed.
Oh yeah.
She killed it this movie. I feel like this was different. I think I didn't even think about them actually really dealing with the fact that their son died in this movie. I don't know why I walked in like, I expected them to talk about, dude, obviously they were going to get into it. And when I realized that's what they were doing, I was like, yeah, dude, okay, good. Like, this movie's really following up with the stakes, which makes sense. I should have expected that. But I think the way that Zoe Saldana, like, delivered all of her scenes, her mourning in the beginning, so hard to watch. It was so heartbreaking, so sad. Her then, like being very hateful towards Spider. You're kind of just like...
Spider and humans.
Yeah, like...
Or pink skin?
Yeah, pink skin. Yeah. Justified, but also, dude, like, holy crap, like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then to get to the end with her sort of switching up and finally realizing, like, hey, like, yeah, like, you know what, there are good ones, you know? And with her freaking, like, coming in, saving Jake Sully and all that stuff with her on the fire, the like, fire makeup, whatever. So cool. And I thought she was a standout for me. I loved her so much in this movie. I thought she was so compelling the entire time. I love Jake Sully. And I think Jake Sully will always be my favorite. No, Aloak is my favorite character. But Jake Sully is he's just so cool. He's so cool. But I think really Neytiri took it for me, this movie.
For me, I think without a doubt, this third movie made me realize Neytiri is my favorite character in Avatar. Like, she is, if there's no Neytiri, I don't even know if there is Avatar. Like, Loak and Kiri are getting to that point with me where I can see, like, those are probably my three. Maybe even Took. But Took. I like saying Took. But Neytiri is like the foundation to me for this movie.
For sure.
I want to go. Let's take it back a little bit. The opening, I guess, 40 minutes because it was a whole sequence.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me start with this. What did you think of Loak being the narrator for this movie?
Loved it. I think they're setting him up to be a lead. Like a main character. I think you're sort of starting to get the proper development of him becoming like his dad, like, or like the like proper next leader to like stop the humans. And I think this movie was like, hey, like, yeah, that's what we want to focus on. The rumor is for 4, they're going to do an 8-year time jump. And I think this movie makes it a lot more evident that is 100% going to happen.
Yeah. Because
I think you want to do that so you can set up the next generation of avatars to like lead on the revolution, you know, and stop humans from coming to their planet, you know? And dude, I love him so much, so I was cool with that. Okay. And he's just a really strong character. He's a character I probably resonate with the most as a middle child myself, represent baby. I just think he is such an interesting character, and I can't wait to see him get more into him.
I was a bit conflicted.
Ooh.
It wasn't, you know,
you want to hear that sexy Jake Sully voice? That's what you want.
No. Actually, I was very more hyped to get different characters narrating. So when they said that Loak was going to be narrated, I was very hyped. I was very like, yes, that's what I wanted. The reason why I was not feeling it the most is because nothing about his voice. He was perfect. Everything he was saying at certain points was right. The problem I have is, and this is what goes into me not liking the movie as much as I thought I did, I felt like he still was a side character. And I felt like if because the first time I got that notification saying like he's going to be the narrator, with Jake Sully for both movies, he was the main character. With Loak, I thought he was going to be, but it turns out it was still more of a story about Jake Sully and Neytiri. Yeah. And I don't want to be fully against that. The second time I watched it, I still kind of understood it, but it still bugged me because another reason why it bugged me is because after those 40 minutes, after that sequence of them getting into it with the Magwan clan and Varang and everything, he goes back to the Metakaina tribe and he's just there while they're handling stuff outside, and it bugged the heck out of me.
Yeah, he gets sidelined.
That's another thing too. Like, all of his scenes, like when he's there, to me kind of felt like I didn't need it. Like when he's doing the Payakan, like trying to help his brother out and everything. I understand if that's gonna like lead to something more later, but it during the whole movie, it felt like it wasn't the main thing.
I feel like the payoff was there though at the end.
Yeah, at the end it was there, but I feel like if we want to go into that more, I feel like he should have had a different role. Like my thing was, and that's why I love the start of the movie. Remember when him and his dad are having the conversation about his comms?
Yeah.
And like how he wants to ride with him, but he's like, you don't have your
Not good
comms,
enough,
you don't have responsibility. Like, and obviously he's thinking about his brother Natam. He's like, Natam would have had his comms, and Tam would have done this, and Tam would have done that. But like, to me, I feel like that should have been the thing. I think that he should have been Jake's wingman the whole time, or tried to. He should have been there like from the jump.
Like side by side with his dad.
Side by side, and still trying to get his dad to understand, like, he's there, like he can lead. I was hoping for that, but instead it was more of like, oh, I'm gonna help my brother Payakan, which isn't a bad story, by the way. It's just that it wasn't the one I was looking for. It's not bad. The second time I watched it, I understand it, but it wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, I just think that if you're gonna make him the narrator, I think he should be just a little bit more in there with his family and everything else.
I want to ask your opinion on this because I think this was one of the only negatives I saw about the movie. Was it didn't make that much sense that Jake Sully was so mad at Loic the whole movie because it seemed like they cleaned that up at the end of the second.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that movie since I watched it like originally.
Yeah.
Is that true? Like, did it not make sense? I felt like it made, like, I was following. I was like, oh, yeah, that would make sense. Like, he's mad at his son, whatever. And I saw a lot of people saying, well, he doesn't hate him. Like, they dealt with that. But I think you can, like, obviously not hate your son, but still resent him for what he did.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's what this movie was trying to be. Jake Sully doesn't hate his son. That was never, I feel like that was never made clear to me. So I don't think he hates his son, but I think he does kind of almost validly blame him for his other son dying. Yeah. You know? And like, I thought that was a really like compelling plot line that they sort of follow. You're right. They do kind of go away from it. Like probably halfway through the movie, an hour and 30 minutes into the movie, you know? But I do think it comes back and it wraps up fairly strongly where he proves to his dad in a separate way, like away from him, that he can do something. He is capable of being a leader. And then that plays into the end.
On the second watch, I think I liked that more.
Yeah.
On the second, well, it didn't bother me as much, but I still do feel like it should have gone.
I think that's so valid, though.
Yeah, I think it still just should have gone a different way because I really did think he could be like Jake Sully, because the reason why I like Avatar: The Way of Water so much is because they had us learn more about Loic than Natam. We already knew Natam. He was the basic perfect son for Jake Sully. He did it exactly. We knew he was going to be the next in line to even be the Torok Muk too. And
then they kill him, and it was like,
and then they kill him. This is why I like that switch, because it's like, oh, now it's Loic. Loic has to be there. That's why I'm a little bit more like, didn't expect it, but it still kind of works. But going back to your question about did Jake resent his or hate his son?
Yeah, did that like play off weird? Because I haven't seen it, so I can't speak on it.
Yeah. So the first time I watched Avatar: Fire and Ash, that's what it seemed like. I was a little annoyed. I was kind of like, why does he? I thought they like forgave each other because they're talking about that scene in Avatar: The Way of Water where Jake is stuck in the ship that's sinking and the water's coming in, and he's nervous to like start swimming and like breathe, but his son Loic shows him. And that's what I thought that scene was. I thought that scene was Jake finally saying that his son is useful and that he helped him not die. And him saying, no, I see you at the end of Avatar: The Way of Water, where all the family meet and everything. I thought that was like the scene where it's like, oh, I forgive you for what happened in the Tam. So then seeing him act the way he did at the start of Avatar: Fire and Ash, being as like strict with his son, throwing statements the way he did, it kind of was offsetting. But watching it the third time, it does make sense because of the whole overall theme of the movie, Fire and Ash. Like, somebody explained it pretty well. They said, like, I think it was James Cameron. James Cameron said, like, the fire is the anger we have inside of us. And we saw anger with everybody. We saw anger with Nateri. We saw anger with Jake Sully. We saw anger with the Mongol clan, Quaritch. Like, everybody pretty much had something they were angry about. but eventually that turns into, you know, like you got to let it go. It's the ash that goes away. And I think they did a good job of that later. Is it what I wanted? No, but I think it does play into the theme of the movie.
Okay.
But yeah, was there anything else you thought about with the movie? There's a lot. But
There's so much. Okay, I want to talk about really fast the Kiri and Spider kiss, because I watched it and I was like, bro, isn't she like 70? Like, I was like, yo, that's kind of weird. I said it and I walked out of the theater and I told my brother and his girlfriend, I was like, hey guys, you guys know that like lady's like 70 years old, right? Like he's like, well, how old is he? And we looked up, he's like 18. And I was like, okay, I guess we found out later, like, oh no, he was actually 15 when they made it.
yeah.
That's really weird. Like, I wonder how they got around that.
Well,
they recently posted that like they just like switched him out. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, thank God. That was like I think that's a really interesting plot thing that they're doing. And I'm really curious to see where it goes.
We need to get into that.
I think it will get sidelined. I think they're more focusing on Kiri kind of having this weird like God connection, which by the way, why did their God look human?
I thought she looked like an avatar.
I didn't think
She
so.
looked like an avatar.
It had fairly you've seen it way more times. I was like, that looks like a person.
That looked like an avatar to me, man. That was the
Tyler, you watch it? No.
That was the sickest part of the movie.
It was
to me.
such a
Can
cool
we please
scene.
talk about
Yeah.
like if do we have time?
We
Okay.
got time, bro.
This was probably the scene that really made me like super duper love a part of this movie. The scene where Spider is running out of air. Kiri tells Lowak, place him on the ground. And she starts to pray. She puts her, I forgot the thing that's called, her hair, her ponytail hair thing in the ground, starts praying. Instantly saves Spider from dying. But Spider can breathe the air. Spider can breathe the Pandoran air. That was nuts. I was like, wait, because I tried not to watch trailers and stuff. I didn't
Yeah.
want spoilers, so I didn't know he gets the thing on the back of him and he could breathe the air. I didn't know
saw
that.
it.
So I was going nuts when that happened. I was like, me and everybody like next to me, I was like, humans can breathe the air. Oh my gosh. And I was thinking, oh wait, if he can breathe, and I was thinking if Corge gets him, and instantly I was like, what? But their I don't want to say commentary, but their whole thing on Awa and like faith in Awa and
Yeah.
even just the land, I thought was so good, bro. Even at the start, when Natiri and Jake's like, oh, well, I'm not going to bring a knife to a gunfight, let alone prayer. And then Natiri yells, my faith is all I have. And then you have that scene come up, and then you have the scenes where they're talking about, oh, you don't have a father. You were born without. You were
Virgin
just born
birth,
without
that's what I'm
one."
telling
I
you.
was like, bro, they're really going into the Messiah complex. In
Yeah,
this.
they're doing the
really
Messiah
going into
stuff,
it.
yeah.
But I love that, bro. I loved it because I think with Kiri's character, that's exactly what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
More answers on who she is and why she can do the things she can do. And now we know why, because she's Awa's child, which was
Yeah.
tough to hear. When Natiri's mother says you're a child of Awa, I went, oh my gosh, goosebumps went down me, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It was tough. But
An awesome scene.
what did you think of that whole sequence?
Honestly, it was sort of just playing exactly as I thought it was going to. I wasn't too surprised by a lot of the stuff it was doing. Again, I saw the spider thing in the trailer. The second one kind of sets up her being some sort of like godlike figure.
Yeah.
So a lot of stuff they were doing didn't surprise me. I do think it's cool, and I'm really curious to see where it goes.
I'm very excited.
Because they're laying a lot of really interesting breadcrumbs that I feel like is really like I'm really keen on seeing where it goes. Because if she is like this Messiah thing,
Yeah.
and you have Loak becoming this next big leader, you have an 8-year time jump. We don't even know what Took's gonna become. You know, like who's Took? What's Took's role gonna be in this? Spider can breathe air now, and that's like its own problem in a weird way because
was a
like they
cool
can take
problem.
him. Cool problem, yeah. I think there's so many directions these movies can go because they're so big,
Yeah.
they're so vast. Again, these movies are about building worlds, I feel like. And
Yeah.
I think it's killing it. So I feel like it just added a lot to the lore, and I really liked it.
Do you think that this did, in fact, answer a lot of questions that a lot of haters had for this series?
No. I think if you didn't like it after the second one, I don't think a third one's gonna do anything for you. I wholeheartedly mean that. But here's the thing: is I think the haters are so much louder than we actually think. I think a lot of people really like Avatar. Like I don't think people love Avatar. I wouldn't even say I love Avatar.
I love it.
I love the movies. Like when I go, I'm in it. I'm not gonna think about Avatar till the fourth one's about to come out. I know me.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. I don't think if you watch the second one and you're like, yeah, this movie's garbage. It's all CGI, visual, whatever. A third one isn't gonna make you think, oh yeah, like it's never mind, they fixed it. It's basically the same thing. But I do think this movie is better. I think it's a more impressive. I think it's a lot more emotional. I think it's. I don't know if it's. I don't want to say it's better written. Maybe it is. I think it's a lot more stuff's happening. It's kind of going. I think it's a lot more action packed for sure. But I don't think if you didn't like Avatar 1 and 2, you're not gonna like a third one. So just don't waste your time. Don't even do it.
Yeah, I think it's better written though. I think it is.
Yeah.
Like better than the first and second one because it gets way more personal, way more emotional. I just think that it's just some of the editing choices where I was like, some of these scenes need to be cut just because the flow of it's a little oh my bad.
I was like, before we like close, I think the one thing we didn't talk about at all is the Colonel.
I was gonna ask that.
Cool.
Varang and the Colonel. That's what I was gonna ask.
He's one of my favorites too. I love him so much. I like that he's kind of this like always looming threat. Like he never dies. He just always comes back again. He's like, all right, Jake Sully, we're gonna fight. And I'm just like, this guy's my favorite.
Jake
He's
Sully.
so funny. My brother was like, dude, I'm sick and tired of this guy. Like, he's not cool. I'm like, what do you mean?
He's very cool.
He's perfect.
I love him.
He's so funny. I don't know. There's something about him where I think his switch up in this movie is my favorite thing ever. Him constantly being like, yeah, I can't stand them blue people. And then he freaking immediately, freaking one comes on him and he's just like, all right, I'm in. Like, come on. I was like,
I get it now.
dude, the switch up was so funny. I was like, all right, guy. Like, I think I know what kind of person you are.
I think it makes him way more dangerous too now.
Dude, he has a freaking whole clan on his side.
Yeah.
You think he's
dangerous
I think
one.
he's done with humans though.
Oh yeah.
I think it's fully all in on that group of people
Yep.
now, which now adds a completely new threat.
Yep.
Here's the thing, this is what I want. I think Avatar 4 is gonna be James Cameron's last Avatar movie he directs. He said he's probably like, he doesn't want to direct these movies for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Because he's old. I think 4 will be his last one. And I think you finally get the like pinnacle big fight between Jake Sully and the Colonel. And I think it ends with both of them dying.
Yeah.
I think
that's
for
what
sure.
needs to happen.
I want the fight in a volcano, fires everywhere, a super sick knife fight. There's no cutting, just perfect choreography. That's what I want. Because I felt like their fight in this one didn't give me that.
Yeah.
It was too cutty. It was a little too like the terrain was weird.
Yeah.
It didn't flow super great. It was cool visually, but it wasn't my favorite. I was like,
Yeah.
I wish I had a little bit more from it. But I think they want to get rid of that for sure. I think they want to cut that plot.
I think
thread.
that's where they're going to.
Yeah.
What did you think about Varang?
I love her. She's so cool. She was so cool. Again, like, there's just something about it. You know what's funny is I think it's so perfect that, like, a video game does exist and people are playing it finally because no one played it when it came out.
Because they didn't have third person.
Well, no, not that. It's because people hate the company that made it and they were like, it's just slop.
Let's be for real. It was in first person, and that was the dumbest idea you could do for an Avatar.
That's an entirely different conversation that I disagree with wholeheartedly.
That is
But it's
so
okay. It's okay. It's okay. Anyways, I think she's awesome and she's a testament to, like, they can make strong villains for this world for sure that aren't just humans. Like they can, because here's the thing: the human villains are like the sergeant lady in this movie was driving me insane. Like my brother goes, "Never been a good military actor in the entire movies, bruh." And I was like, freaking real, except Jake Sully and the Colonel. But like, I just feel like every time they try and do anything with any other military people, I'm always like, all right, like this is dumb. Like it's never interesting. They're always like not well acted. They're usually super like stern, like yeah, we're gonna take them on and whatever, and like that's it. I'm happy that this movie showed me that they can make really strong, like, Avatar villains.
Yep.
And I'm really curious to see if they do another one, if they kind of just continue the fire people. There's definitely more. I think they will for sure continue the fire people. I wonder for a fourth one, though, if it's an 8-year time jump, if they try and give Lowak his own, like his own big villain, you know? Because he's going to be the future of this series.
Yeah.
So do you want him to have his own? He needs... In the same way Jake Sully has the Colonel, he needs his own Colonel.
Yeah.
But it can't be the Colonel. It needs to be someone else. So I'm curious to see what they do with that.
I think that Varang was enough in the movie to like have her be a villain, but I still feel like Quaritch was the real like big bad. So I think that Varang is the introduction that we need, and she's gonna become that villain for Lowak and Kiri. And I think there is.
You think she kills Neytiri? I think so.
I don't think she kills Neytiri. I think that she does something to hinder her, and she's the one who ends up killing Korich and Jake Sully. I think that's what's gonna happen.
No, I'd be mad. I'd be mad.
Here's the thing. She is insane.
She is. She's awesome.
Insane, which is
She's
what I
awesome.
love. Like the actor who played her, Una Chaplin. I believe she's somebody said the granddaughter or something like that of Charlie Chaplin. Killed it as Varang. But once again, she is insane. She has a power hunger that's nuts. Like that scene where she's getting all the ammo and stuff. That was very good. But like you can clearly see she don't care about anybody but herself. She don't care about Korich. They just in it for like the thrill, or at least she is. She can become the big bad of the next 4 movies or 2 movies. I hope it's 4. Personally, I love Avatar, but I can see it. I saw that scene where Kiri and her have that moment where Kiri calls her. I thought she called her a witch. I'm just gonna say witch. It sounded like she said witch. People were saying the B word. I don't think so, but there's gonna be a rivalry there, especially since now she knows like that first interaction between her and Kiri. She's like, "What are you talking about, Awa? What do you mean? Awa wasn't here for me."
Yeah,
Screw
I can
Awa.
see that. I think
so.
You're
Then
right, yeah.
her seeing Kiri do that thing with her hair, going like. Hey, what does this? That's going to create a rivalry of itself. Neytiri and her, yeah, that's going on, but it's really Kiri versus Varang.
But you don't think if she kills Neytiri, that would definitely like strengthen their beef?
Yes, I just can see her as a villain that she just kills off everyone. She kills off.
I don't think she kills off Jake Sully.
She has to be the one to do it.
Why? The Colonel's the perfect person to do it.
Yes, but eventually you got to kill him off, and I think Varang is the person who could step up.
I think you kill both of them in one fight.
Oh no,
they
no,
both
you
die
gotta keep
together.
one of them alive.
No, they both die together.
You have to.
Dude, Jake Sully's not sticking around, and the Colonel, the dude that plays him, is old. He's not sticking around either. You know, like he's like James Cameron. He doesn't want to do this for the rest of his life.
So that's why I'm thinking you have.
If she kills the Colonel, I'd be mad. I want Jake Sully to get it. I want Jake Sully to get him.
Well, what if it's like a double-edged sword type thing? Like Jake Sully kills the Colonel, and then she comes out of nowhere, kills him, and then just takes over. You're thinking everything's
I would
all
have
good.
to see it play out. I
think there's a way, but I do think that for the next 2 movies after this, she needs to be the main villain, or at least add another villain with her. Because that's another one thing I kind of was annoyed about. Like the Mongwan clan, I wish there were more
bad people,
more generals, I guess, for her, because she could have been the lead. But I wanted to have like 3 or 4 other people where it's like she calls their name and they're like her 4 horsemen or something. I thought that would have been tough.
Cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
But yeah, like there's a lot. I could go on for.
We could talk about Avatar for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, I really could, bro. Like this, I love this movie. I appreciate it. Even though I did give it a lower rating than Avatar: The Way of Water, I still like this movie. It's just that I expect a little bit more, just a little.
How hopeful are you for the 4th one before we close?
I'm nervous a little bit.
Whoa.
I'm nervous because this did feel like, once again, that loop. I felt a little nervous about that. So I don't know if that formula is going to continue on. I kind of need more new elements. Yeah, shake it up a little bit. So I don't know. But once again, it's a movie that has incredible action scenes, incredible performances. Like Neytiri kills it. I love her. So I have hope. But at the same time, I'm nervous if it gets like repeated over and over again.
All right. Well, that was another episode of the Film Podcast where we talked about all things movies in this episode. Pretty soon we'll get a TV show coming out pretty soon. Well, like a day after, I'm pretty sure. And then we have our big one, the ultimate, my favorite probably podcast we will ever do. Our top 10 projects of the year coming soon. Me and Phil have been working on it. I'm still cleaning some stuff up. Phil's still doing it.
Yeah.
He's almost done. He's caught up. I'm not. So please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all the things. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify for you audio listeners. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys pretty soon.
Take it easy.